Good evening, everyone. I'm Vishnu Ektab, and in front of all of you, I'm presenting the Economics Time headline. So, first of all, Tata's start process to bring all airlines under AI wings. Next, 20 engagements lined up for PM's 45 hours Bali visit for G20 summit. Next, SEBI looks to spread collateral across banks to cut risk. Next, Secret Out Capital Foods on the block. Next, Apex TA Carlin shortlisted for likely $1 billion Quest global deal. Next, tax revenue may top financial year 23 budget estimate by rupees 3.35 lakh crore. Next, Hindustan Unilever, Nestle and P&G discuss margin with Metro. Next, NCLT OK's US course acquisition of Sterling Biotech. Next, ACRE offers to buy LIC's rupees 3.4 thousand crore REL cap bonds. Then next, importers under customs lens. Then next we comes to page number 2 on that, set up a special juvenile police unit in each district MHA to state. Next, 20 engagement in 45 hours PM's Bali G20 schedule. Next, India bats for free Indo-Pacific at EAS amid China's South China Sea's claim. Next, US 6 no conflict with China Biden. Next, Saudi Crown Prince defer Pakistan trip. Next, rain to reside CM Stalin to inspect Delta region. Next, EVM in private vehicle in HP polling party members suspended. Next, Priyanka posed a question on Rajiv Gandhi's assassination, says Nalini. Next, Siddha Kolar tour generates buzz on a safe assembly election seat. Next, we comes to page number 3, 4 on that. Amit Shah holds meeting to chalk out strategies. Next, Congress declares 39 candidates in 5th, 6th list field Mewani from Vedgam. Next, explosion on railway track in Udaipur. NIA other agencies investigate. Next, BJP pins hope on Bhagwat's visit to tribal populace. Next, where India to get more power to bargaining. Next, up to 40% stake on Hopper. Next, gross direct tax collection up 30.7% as of November 10. Next, a formal auction process to begin soon. Next, fight against terrorism and terror financing. Then we comes to page number 5 on that. FPI's pump rupees 19,000 crore into equities so far in November. Next, has buyers drive in for more SUVs and M&M makes more stocks to rev up. Next, Apollo's resilient post-COVID stocks slower to recover. Next, Keystone's offer needs a long-term horizon to build on strengths. Next, a SIP-driven strategy continues to make sense for longer-term investors. Then we comes to page number 6 on that. HUL, Nestle, P&G in talk with Metro to lower trade margin. Next, executive travel pickup after 2 years of lull. Next, NCLT OK's acquisition of Sterling Biotech by perfect day. Next, Tata's to invest rupees 1,000 crore equity in Chroma to fund expansion. Next, G20 unveils global pandemic fund to avoid repeat of COVID. Next, select city walk to be in Nexus REIT. Next, Jet Air defers sale of assets amid the differences over resolution plan. Next, world's looking at India for travelers. Then we comes to page number 8 on that, collaborates vision in that article section, that deepening bilateral corporations. Next, enabling mutual growth. Next, the land of the rising sun. Then we comes to page number 10 on that, insurers under lens for alleged tax aviation. Next, FTA talks with the EU to focus on goods and investment. Next, Raj Radhe offers rupees 1,000 crore to take over CCC's debt. Next, RIL Naraya likely to gain from Europe energy crisis. The next, small farmers need special initiatives for stubble management. Then we comes to page number 11 on that, Gujarat property could beat rupees 15,000 crore new project guidelines. Next, Ashok Lene in advanced talk with investors to for EV biz. Next, EID Perry India reports it rupees 85.1 crore stolen PAT in quarter 2. On page number 12 in that, ACRE makes binding bid for LIC's recap debt. Next, Jio's strongest telecom brand in India, Terra. Next, use of social media streaming apps on 5G training for data faster users. Next, student develops software to address call drop issue. Next, ONGC doubles down on EOR tech to rise output. Next, crop bond insurance could rise 4 to 5% this fiscal report. Next, UN climate talks reach half time, but key issues remain unresolved. Next, IRCRA expects 10-year GSEC yields to harden to 7.7% in short term and stay between 7.3% to 7.7% in long term. Then we comes to the page number 14 on that US slowdown hits Noida April cause. Next, dumping probe into solar cells from China, Thailand dropped. Next, goal is to ensure private coast share in cargo handling rises. Next, uh, on page number 15 in that IOC to recycle 20-meter PET bottles annually. Next, taxman's lens on under invoicing of China's import. Next, pocket of opportunities for fund startup amid headwinds experts. Next, Mixon group buys 26 acres of land in Lucknow for rupees 220 crore. Next, on page number 16 on that, Kherson races to restore power water supply after Russian retreat. Next, Russian destroy Kherson's infra, says Zenkal Sky. Next, China plans sweeping rescue policies to avert property crisis. Next, UK must rise tax and cut spending, Hunt says ahead of budget. Next, Netanyahu tasked to form Israel next government. Next, cross-channel migrant top 40,000 UK. Next, 6 dead, dozens wounded in Istanbul explosion. Then next, G20 statement in doubt, has US Russia failed to agree at Asian. Then next, Donald Trump's daughter Tiffany marry Bio Michael Boluses. Next, Jeff Bezos giving Dolly Parton $100 million in latest award. Next, two WWII planes collided has Dallas Air Show. Then we comes to page number 17 on that. Travancore house sales baseless, property belongs to Kerala government. Then we comes to page number 18 on that article section in that not just coal but oil and gas too. Next, make the tectonic shift for the tech head. Next, the empire strikes back, now RIP. Next, clean the city, clear the rubbish. Next, metasizing means laying off softly. Next, stay warm this winter. Next, being beasless full. Next, reverse the brain drain. Next, don't forget the east. Next, but lives matter too. Then we comes to page number 19 on that, the exploser who were written out of history. Next, former UK Prime Minister appears on reality show despite suspension. Next, an acre players advise quit at full volume. Next, English breakfast in Melbourne with second T20 title. Then we comes to the page number 24 on that, Razorpay can go public in a few years without raising more fund. Next, Very eTech Pros tap all sources has layoff spread. Next, Corma OS to add GIF from screenshot. Next, Android Auto Cool Walk gets a new look. Next, fintech SaaS firm Lentra rises $16 million. Next, Twitter's blue check mark price tag may not add up for 30 Indian. Next, Singapore Sambo Corp to acquire Vector Green for rupees 2,780 crore. Next, Indian BPM set to log $100 billion revenue in 10 years. Next, cyber crime becomes the hottest Indian gig in hacking markets. Next, on page number 26 in that, SEBI moves to separate collateral across banks to reduce concentration risk. Next, bank provision fall again as credit quality improves. Next, global rally inflows can lift indices to new highs. Next, traders bullish on Mindtree, Hero Moto, HDFC Bank and Info. Next, India INC rises ECBs of over $5 billion in 2 months. Next, cap on NBFC financing limits, HNI bets on IPO. Then we comes to page number 28 on that, FTX stepping steps to secure all assets, says new CEO. Next, Democrats retain control of Senate with Nevada victory. Next, Biden to seek red lines in talk with XI. Next, China reports 14,288 new COVID cases, a mark of respect. That much for today. Thanks for watching. Make a good day.